Hello and welcome to News Centre. I'm Parikshit Luthra. TDP supremo Chandrababu Naidu is back at the helm of Andhra politics after 5 years. He took oath as the Chief Minister of the state for the fourth time today, days after the TDP Jana Sena BJP alliance registered a thumping win in the assembly polls. The TDP alone secured 135 of the 175 seats in the state. Naidu, along with 24 cabinet ministers, took oath at Vijayawada. Jana Sena chief and Telugu film superstar Pawan Kalyan took oath as the Deputy Chief Minister. The Jana Sena party won 21 seats in the Assembly election. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, Health Minister Nadda and former Vice President Venkaiah Naidu attended the oath-taking ceremony. Senior leaders from the BJP's ally parties in the NDA were also in attendance. Top actors like Rajnikant, Chiranjeevi, Ramcharan, Allu Arjun and Nandamuri Balakrishna attended the ceremony as well. Naidu's return to power also gives a new lease of life to his dream project of building a capital city at Amravati, a plan that he had announced a decade back. We're now joined by the Telugu Desam Party's spokesperson Jyotsna Tirunagari and D. Papa Rao. They will be joining us in just a bit. But remember, this was a very important project for Chandrababu Naidu. He has said during his oath-taking ceremony that yes, the capital of Andhra Pradesh will be Amravati, and he's also vowed to complete the Polavaram project. Remember, the Polavaram project has been waiting and was first conceived over 80 years ago. Now, there is a lot of issue regarding the implementation of it. Successive governments have not met the promise to the people of Polavaram. This is a Lok Sabha constituency in itself. There is also issue related to resettlement and compensation. There are a large number of tribals who feel, and also non-tribals, who say that they have not been compensated. Homes have not been built for them. Let me go across to D. Papa Rao at this point, political analyst joining us on the program. Mr. Rao, let me ask you about the oath-taking ceremony and some of the promises made by Chandrababu Naidu today. How close to his heart is the city of Amravati, and what do you think will now happen in the city?
He is exclusively sometimes focused on Amravati when fighting with Jana also. Previous government, when he is fighting with that, most of the times it is regarding Amravati and the capital city of AP. So now the focus of Chandrababu this time around, when the swearing ceremony is going on, there is nothing of the general public speeches and all. It is only just swearing in. But what we can derive out of this non-verbal communication on the dais between the people, among us the people, so to say, is that there is a lot of bonhomie, lot of intimacy between Modi and Chandrababu. We can find that when they are hugging together, hugging each other. Chandrababu is very emotional, it seems. And Modi too is looking like being very close to Babu. This is something that is surprising because the previous, whatever happened in the past made them so away from each other. For almost these 5 years till these elections are over, Modi is antagonistic to Chandrababu and Amit Shah is more closer to Chandrababu. That is what has happened. Now Modi needs Chandrababu perhaps. And Chandrababu on his own got his majority, but he needs Modi for the sake of the financial resources. For Amravati, there are other demands also that are there, but they were not raised yet. The main demand of the people of Andhra Pradesh is the demand of the special status. That demand did not yet come up in the discussions between them as far as the media releases are concerned. They did not discuss about it. And other thing is that it is surprising that Chandrababu is not, it looks like that Chandrababu is not playing all his cards well, because he is becoming emotional, like I am saying somewhere else also. It's like Stockholm syndrome. Because whatever alliance is there between TDP and BJP in this election, these Lok Sabha and Assembly elections, it is supposedly explained as the Rakshasa Vivaha by a Telugu journalist in a Telugu daily. So Chandrababu should really be aggrieved, but he's not looking like that. The Stockholm syndrome, everybody knows. The person who is a captive falls in love with the captor. So this sort of, some sort of helplessness or whatever it might be, but this togetherness of Chandrababu and Modi.
All right. So D. Papa Rao is saying that, yes, you've got Chandrababu Naidu, who's won a fourth term as Chief Minister. He's getting emotional, but he should stick to the promise of special status to the people of Andhra Pradesh. Let me get the TDP spokesperson, Jyotsna Tirunagari, here on the program. Ms. Jyotsna, thank you so much for joining us. Now, as far as special status go, it seems that experts are divided on this. One, it is said that there is no mention of the special status in the Andhra Reorganization Act. Yes, the then Prime Minister in 2014 had said that, yes, there will be a special status, but it was only a promise on the floor of the Parliament. It is nowhere there in law as such. What exactly is the TDP government now going to demand of the centre in terms of a special package or special assistance?
See, good evening. Let me tell you one thing here. For us, definitely, it's an emotional moment. Papa Rao Garu should understand that, because the last 5 years have been very, very, very tiring, painful, and emotionally draining for the entire population of Andhra Pradesh, not just Chandrababu Naidu Garu, or not just one or two, or somebody like TDP Karyakartas, or for the entire population of Andhra Pradesh. It's been a very tiring and painful journey for us. So definitely it's an emotional moment where we have, Babuji might have expressed it. Again, so when I come back to the business, let's talk business here. Yes, special status, special category status for the state of Andhra Pradesh was promised on the floor of the House according to the situations then in 2014. Later to that, the union government said, we cannot give you the special category status. We'll give you this special package for the state of Andhra Pradesh, for which the entire assembly, it was put forward in the assembly, it was accepted in the assembly, then we went ahead and we started work on it, and that's how we went forward. But later, probably in fag end of 2017 and 18, there was slight miscommunication and slight differences. I would say miscommunication as well as differences. When it comes to the implementation of the special package, certain things were not delivered to the state of Andhra Pradesh. So we said, if we cannot deliver the special package that was promised to the state of Andhra Pradesh, so why don't we, get our special status that we have demanded? That was the demand in 2018 and 19. Later to that, now for the past 5 years, forget about special category status, forget about special package. Nothing is going right in the now. But actually, that's the problem here. You don't have employment, you don't have investment.
All right. Ms. Jyotsna,
so
when you talk about a special package, would you be would you be calling on the finance minister to deliver this special package in the budget? Would that be the urgent demand going in from the TDP and the state government, or are you not setting a timeline?
No. See, I'll tell you here. First, we have to identify what has gone wrong in the state finances. Because for the past 5 years, we do not have a white paper. We do not know what is happening with the money. A lot of funds have been given by the center. Where the money has gone, nobody knows. Where the money has been invested, nobody knows. So yes, once we figure out everything, we would put forward what is required for the state of Andhra Pradesh in front of the central government, because that's our responsibility. Definitely we'll do that. If it requires that timeline set to it, we would set the timeline. All these things would probably, today is the day when Babuji has just assumed charge. So probably in a couple of, probably in a week or so, or a couple of days, he would come out and, check all the particular departments and see where things have gone wrong, what we have to get as immediate help from the center, what we can probably do in terms of some other departments. So yes, if it requires some timeline-based help, we would go for that. If it requires that some immediate help has to be delivered by the central government, we would definitely go for that. Whatever is required for the state of Andhra Pradesh now, we would go and, get it from the center. Because it's NDA government in the state and NDA government in the center.
Okay.
It's not something,
Right.
There's nothing different here. It's NDA at the state, NDA at the center also.
Mr. Rao?
Yeah, please.
Okay, ma'am. I'll come back to you. Mr. Rao, if I were to ask you about the Polavaram project, now it was conceived 8 decades ago. A lot of people on the ground, tribals and non-tribals, have been saying that commitments and promises to them of compensation, houses have not been met. The project has not been executed as well due to several hurdles. What do you think are the issues here? And can the Chandrababu Naidu government in its fourth term execute and implement the project finally?
One thing, basically, it is a central project. It is a national project declared as a national project by the center. And Chandrababu is supposed to have taken over from the center in order to promising the center that he himself will do it. That is what happened. This time around, what will happen is we have to wait and watch, because there is so much on the plate of Chandrababu now. So many things to be corrected. And now Josna Garu is saying that special package they were offered, and she's not clear about whether that was given or not. If that was not given, that is a chapter that was ending then and there in 2018 or 19. Now the things is afresh, because there is a lot of unemployment in the state of AP, and that needs to be addressed. And special status, as Bihar also is asking, is one of the main things that could solve the problem. That is why Polavaram, I think Polavaram better left to the center. It is the national project and it should be left to the center, because so many things to be taken care of in the state of AP. Polavaram also should not become a additional thing in the agenda of the Telugu Desam government. So whatever is the natural process, national project is something that is supervised and done by the center, and it should go like that. That is what I believe. And the other thing is this special status. If Madam is not clear, Josna Garu is not clear about this, what they're going to do about special status. Special package also was not given, as it looks. That was not given. If that was given, the state of the affairs in the state of AP should not be like this. There is no special status given. In the name of special status,
Mr. Rao, just hold on.
Please.
All right, let me get in Ms. Jyotsna, to respond to what Mr. Rao is saying. Ms. Jyotsna, respond to that. I'd also like to ask you, and if you can respond to this first, what about the Speaker's post? Have you been given any assurance from the government that the Lok Sabha Speaker's post will go to the TDP, or there is no such demand on the table and you would be fine with a BJP Speaker?
So there is no, first, answering to your question, Prakshit, we have no such demand from our end. We are an NDA partner and we are going in a very, very, very good way. So we have no such demand. Second, coming back to Paparao Garu, what he said about certain the special status or the special package thing. When I said there were certain differences and certain things were not delivered as promised in 2017 and 18, that's when we said, see, certain things, I'm not talking about the entire package or entire thing. Certain things were not delivered, and when it comes to the interests of the state of Andhra Pradesh, that stands first for us. Whether being in the this thing or not is not mandatory for us. That's the reason we came out and we said there was the differences, issue-based differences with BJP and NDA at that particular point of time. Special category status, as I mentioned, sir, that was a point of concern in 2014 and 2019. But now, when it is 2024 now, there are a lot bigger issues. So we have to identify the issues, and if it requires that we would have to get some special package, financial package, or any other sort of a special benefit for the state of Andhra Pradesh in terms of as I said, some special zones or special financial packages, we have to figure that out, because for the past 5 years, state, nobody knows, because the earlier government has never ever had a such kind of situation with the central government where they have gone and asked them, this is what we require for the state of Andhra Pradesh. They have never done it. Yes, when it comes back to Polavaram, Parikshit, I'll tell you one thing. Polavaram, in 2014, when we assumed charge, our government was there in the state of Andhra Pradesh. At that particular point of time, 14 projects across the country were given national status, of which only 2 projects actually went forward. One from Gujarat and one from Andhra Pradesh, that is Polavaram. Gujarat was completed in probably another, I think, 2020 or so. Gujarat project was completed. But Polavaram, during our regime, we have completed it almost 72%. But after Jagan Mohan Reddy came in 2019, not even 1 or 2% was completed. So yes, we have done it during our regime in 2014 to 19, and we will complete Polavaram properly. And see, a word was given by Honorable Amit Shah ji during one of the election campaigns saying that we would complete Polavaram within 2 years. And I believe, I truly believe, Parikshitji, probably we would be completing it even before that. Probably in a year or so, we would be completing Polavaram. Year or year and a half, we should be able to complete Polavaram. Because we have done it earlier. We have a history of completing projects. Not
Right.
only Polavaram, we will complete the pending irrigation projects that are there in the state of Andhra Pradesh also.
All right, so you're saying you will complete pending projects. And one final question would be on the upcoming budget. Any immediate demands that you as a TDP leader would hope for and expect from the union budget that would be delivered in a month's time by the new government at the centre?
See, probably in a week's time, we would be able to give you the exact figure because we have to identify what is happening in the state finances right now. Because as I said earlier, nobody knows what's the state financial condition now. Complete financial indiscipline and complete economic mismanagement in the state. So definitely, probably in the coming one and a half week, we would be able to identify what is required for the state immediately. And yes, in the coming budget, we would propose that this is what is required as immediate help and immediate support to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And probably this is what we require in long run. Yes, we would definitely put forward something like that because that is the need of the hour.
Right.
But that
Thank
would
you very
happen
much,
only after
Ms.
50
Jyotsna and D. Papa Rao for joining us on the program. Okay, thank you so much for joining us on the program. We'll wait and see what are the demands of Andhra Pradesh now that the new TDP government has been sworn in, fourth term for Chandrababu Naidu. We're taking a short break here on CNBC-TV18, but don't go anywhere. Mohan Marji takes oath as the Chief Minister of Odisha, the first BJP Chief Minister in the state. We will discuss what it means for Odisha on the other side.